Start your day the joyful way. It's your weekday morning talk show inviting you to start your day with a triple shot of good vibes. And now here's your host, the queen of joy herself, Jessica Dugas. Good morning, everybody. Today is Tuesday. This is the first Tuesday ever that we're here. Tuesday, January 4th, 2022. Listen, I'm proud of myself this morning that I'm on it because typically for at least a month into the new year, I'm saying the previous year, but I have been on it lately. So patting myself on the back for that because I am typically it's horrible. It's horrible. I will say I would have been saying 2021 until, halfway through the year, but here we are. And I've said 2022 every time. So let me know if you're a culprit of that too. And also use the comment section, say hello if you're here this morning. Let me know what's bringing you joy today, of course, because this is Project Joy. And if you have any gratitude to share, where you're joining from, share all the things in the comment below. I am so excited to be here with you for the first Tuesday ever. Many of you know, let me backtrack. If you're new here, welcome. Good morning. And if many of you know that I have been on Monday mornings only throughout all of the last 2 years. So all of 2020 and all of 2021, I had been on Monday mornings only. And this morning is the first Tuesday because now we are on a weekday schedule, Monday through Friday. So I'm really excited to be that joyful, smiling face that you see here on every weekday. Every weekday. You don't need to see me on the weekend, okay? Nobody needs to see that. So use that comment section, interact with us throughout the show because that is what makes this fun. Getting some housekeeping out of the way, you can actually join us live on air. Head over to projectjoypodcast.com and click the join live button, and you can actually come on with me live next segment and share a moment of joy or gratitude live on air. I have everything in the works for people to be able to call in as well. So I'm hoping no later than crossing fingers going into February of this year that will all be set up and ready to go. So, because I know that some of you guys are like, I am not put together yet. I know that, Mr. Jackson will not come on unless he has had his beauty sleep and he's done his mask, and had his lashes done and his hair and I know Mr. Jackson. So sometimes he just wants to call in, what don't correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Jackson, right? Let me say hi to some of the people out in the audience this morning. We've got Chris out, and it is a burr morning this morning. Okay, let me check here. And I feel like, this is what I feel like. I feel like I should have been prepared. Is what I feel like here. Okay. I should have pulled this up before, but check this out, you guys. 24 degrees in Alabama. 24 degrees in chilly North Alabama this morning. It's cold, Chris. I will agree. Burr. Miss Brittany is here this morning. Grand Rising. Happy Tuesday. And I'm so glad that you're here this morning. You guys are going to get a little peek at Miss Brittany's stuff that she has going on later on in the show this morning. As I said, good morning, Mr. Jackson. I'm glad you're here. Adam Duvall is here from Mental Health Warriors. You guys need to make sure you go check them out on YouTube. Look up Mental Health Warriors and you will find Adam and his whole team over across the pond. I had the pleasure of being on that show at the end of 2021, and it was super fun. So make sure you check them out. Happy New Year, Adam. I'm glad you're here this morning. I know we can't handle it, Jessica, Monday through Friday. But I'm glad. I hope everybody will tune in and get their cup of joy. Get your cup of joy. All right. Every weekday morning. On the weekend, you all can fend for yourself, but at least during the week, I can give you a little leg up here and see. I knew Mr. Jackson well. He does not want to be on camera until he has had his hair done, lashes, makeup, the whole deal. Okay. So that's why we're working on getting a number for people to call in. But for now, please head over to projectjoypodcast.com and click the join live button and join us live on air for next segment because we're going to have a little bit of fun with that as well. Coming up on today's show, I've got a little update. I had something fun. I know we talked a little bit about Betty White yesterday, but a little bit of an update regarding Betty White, and I wanted to share something that I was reading earlier today. Also, I have realized I've shared my love for TikTok on this show 8,000 times, and I wish I was live on there right now so that I could be sharing that with them at the same time. But I'm going to plug back into TikTok next week for Project Joy. So, but one of the things that I've realized, it brings me joy to see everybody's videos, right? I just love little videos and everything else. But I have learned through all of this scrolling that I am not, I consider myself to be a creative person. Okay. I consider myself to be a creative person. I consider my brain is constantly going and thinking of new things and coming up with new stuff. And but I have learned that I am not as creative as I thought I was. Okay. I am not as creative as I thought I was. And I'm going to show you why coming up. And also, we have another installment of Double D's Chronicles. If you guys missed the show, the season 3 premiere yesterday, we were talking about the fact that my husband and I are doing delivery driving now together as a team. And we had this whole idea to come up with a name for what we're doing. And because we are the Dugases, right? And we're doing deliveries, Dugas Delivery Service. And then we're like, Double D's. That is perfect. So that's what we're calling ourselves, Double D's Delivery Service. You get 2 Dugases for the price of one. And, you know, uh order your food and we'll fill your cup. I listen, I'm going too far. I'm going too far. Listen, Brittany is joyful today because she starts her level 2 Reiki. We're so excited, Brittany. That whole journey, listen, it was a journey. That's all I'm going to say. She is excited, nervous, and she may be in the corner crying. Brittany, we're going to pull you out every Monday through Friday now. But it definitely brings me joy. I'm so excited for you, my friend. Miss Elaine is here from Vermont this morning. She's got her cup of joy and needs it today because it was 0 degrees in Vermont at 7 a.m. Listen, Elaine, we're not far from you here this morning at 24 in Alabama. I mean, you go, that's cold for here. Okay. But I do know, listen, growing up in New England, I know all about that. I know all about that. I know. And I agree. Holy moly. Holy moly. Speaking of holy moly, let me show you guys what I keep in my drawer here. What's in Jessica's drawer? That another segment coming your way. So Carl Barth is one of the stars of ABC's Holy Moly 2. If you guys have not seen that show, I believe it's still on Hulu, but somebody's going to have to correct me if I'm wrong. Okay. But Carl Barth was actually on Holy Moly 2. If you have not seen this show, it is a cross between like mini golf, okay, and what's that show? Okay, you guys are gonna please help me this morning. All right, help me out. What is the show where they do all of these extreme, not stunts, but like a obstacle course? Extreme obstacle course. What is the show? I'm going to wait for you guys to tell me. At any rate, it's a combination of that. It's extreme mini golf. Okay. And you would think, how extreme could mini golf get? It could get pretty friggin' extreme. And you can ask my friend Carl Barth, AKA Cash Money Carl, who was a star on that show on season 2. And he was also a season 4 guest of the Breakthrough Show. I have Cash Money Carl signed Cash Money. Okay. This is my friend Cash Money Carl, and he's amazing. So I have this in my drawer here always for good luck. So much love to you, Carl. Carl Barth is amazing. You guys need to make sure you check him out. And his company, Jackpot LLC, he sponsored our event that we did last year, and he's always doing putting for charity, always. And I just love that about what he does. And he's in comedy and does all kinds of things. So you guys make sure you go find him. Holy moly. Holy Moly 2. Check that show and look for Cash Money Carl and look for Jackpot LLC on social media. Ninja War, is that what it's called? I think there's probably been a few shows where it's like the extreme obstacle course type thing. But we're gonna go. Okay, good answer. Like they do. I'm getting an applause button, you guys. This has to happen. Good answer, Ninja Warrior. It is a balmy 6 degrees in Green Bay. Green Bay. And by the way, Judith gave us the beautiful answer, but I didn't say good morning. So good morning, Judith. I'm glad you like our double D's. Uh, Listen, it's never going to get old. It's 19 where Brittany is this morning. And listen, I agree. This is what I love too, Elaine. I agree. It's beautiful. The sky is clear and the sun is out when it's this cold. Yes. It's also what I like to call here in Alabama cold for no good reason. When we have to be freezing and nothing happens. Now, I'm not saying I like frozen, especially with the delivery stuff we're doing right now. I'm not saying I like the frozen over roads and all that, but I like to see a little, glistening in the sky. Anyway, it's cold for no good reason. Donnell is excited this morning, brings him joy because his COVID test came back negative. We are super excited for that. I agree. Brittany, I agree. That's awesome. And Elaine's falling off her chair. All right. So let me see what I have on tap today. Oh, so I wanted to share with you guys. So my little news about Betty White, God rest her soul. Everybody's been kind of speculating as to what she died from. And I'm sitting here like I was yesterday. Can we just talk about the things about Betty that brought us joy? Do we have to dig into the personal stuff and everything else? But I also, part of me is like, there's a lot going on in the world and I get it, but people like to politicize things and it's not cool. It's not cute and it doesn't bring me joy. So Betty White, it was announced yesterday that she died of natural causes. But this is what I wanted to share. I don't want to, that's neither here nor there in my opinion. But they were talking to her publicist, I believe. And, she was on Mama's Family with Vicki Lawrence and also Carol Burnett as well. And they had reached out. Carol Burnett and Vicki Lawrence had reached out to each other after the death, and this is according to the entertainment page on foxnews.com this morning. But they were talking about in Betty's last moments, and apparently Betty's assistant shared that literally the last word out of her mouth was Alan, and Alan was her husband that had died back in the 80s. She never remarried, and Vicki and Carol were talking about how that brought them so much peace and joy. Like, to think that was the last thing that she said. Maybe she saw him. We don't know like what happened behind the scenes of all of that. But I thought it was the sweetest thing and wanted to share it with you guys this morning. So that was apparently her last word out of her mouth was Alan, which was her predeceased husband. So I just thought that was so sweet. Yes, Elaine, I loved Mama's Family. If you guys have not ever seen an episode of Mama's Family, you're in a bubble and you need to get out of it. It was a great show. It really was so funny. So much. Some of those women like Vicki Lawrence, Carol Burnett, Betty White, they had the most incredible comedic timing. Okay. Anyway, go watch Mama's Family. Do yourself a favor. It was fantastic. Really that show, but I just thought that was the sweetest thing that apparently her last word was Alan. So that was, and this is now playing in my ear and I didn't mean for it to play. So now I'm going to have to play it all the way through before I share it with you guys again. So I was also sharing this morning that I love TikTok. It's no surprise. I've shared that before. There's so many things that I enjoy watching, everybody's little videos and everything else. Here we go. I got it to the right place. So I can share this with you guys here shortly. But TikTok has shown me that I am not as creative as I thought I once was. But let me share with you one other thing before I share with you the TikTok video, because I've already got it pulled up here. And Miss Ford is here. Good morning, Miss Ford. So one of the things that's bringing me joy is that something was shared with me this past weekend by my dear friend Scott Mason that I did not realize, because I am a one-woman show here. I am a one-woman show, damn it. And I'm busy, and there's so many different parts to the Breakthrough Show Network and everything that I do on this show and the Breakthrough Show, and now the new show coming out my way, and Throwback Thursday with Kevin Kiley, and then making sure that the Jacksons are good with Divine DNA and Shiraz is good with Rewriting Reality and all of this stuff. So there's a lot going on, and I am one person. One day when I have a team, it'll be different. But here it is. So Scott Mason shared something amazing with me. Okay, are you guys ready for it? Because I did not know this. Out of 2,749,502 podcasts globally, the Breakthrough Show is in the top 10%. Can you believe that? The top 10%? What? It brings me so much joy. It brings me so much joy when I heard about that. I was so stinking excited because I am taken back to when, Breakthrough Show project partnered with E360 TV, and I started getting my numbers from there too. And we went from, 40,000 listeners in the first quarter to 30,000 a month and growing. And it just didn't occur to me. Because I have been just in this mindset of being myself, doing what I do, putting the joy out in the world, doing amazing things in the world. And I just don't pay attention to this stuff. So I have to give a huge shout out to Scott Mason for sharing that, bringing this to my attention. Okay. Because I just didn't know. I didn't know. So that brings me a lot of joy this morning. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Everybody's clapping. And I'm not crying yet today. I did that yesterday. I'm trying to, and Mr. Jackson doesn't believe you, and neither do I. I love it. All right, you guys. So listen, I want to share with you guys the TikTok thing. I want to talk to, we got to have our installment of Double D's Chronicles today. And if you're going to pop on, I want to remind you to head over to projectjoypodcast.com and click the join live button to share a moment of joy or gratitude live on air. I'll get you in between the TikTok and the Double D's. And also, I want to expand a little bit on what we talked about yesterday. So we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to be right back after this. Don't go anywhere. Breakthroughs are about more than you might think. They're about discovering who you are, digging deep, reaching to the core of your soul. They're about healing yourself, understanding your beliefs, creating a ripple effect. And it's not just those initial moments that matter. It's about using them to bring more joy into our own lives and the lives of others. It's about having fun, letting loose, enjoying every moment life has to offer. It's about finding a safe space. It's about creating connection. Join us each and every month for exclusive programming, where we invite you to go beyond the breakthrough. So we ask you, are you ready? We'll see you online at thebreakthroughshow.com. Welcome back to Project Joy Live. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas, and today is Tuesday, January 4th, 2022. Look, I did it again. 2022. I'm on it this year, man. I want to remind you, you can join our text community by heading over to send a text text the word breakthrough to 256-685-7092. That's 256-685-7092 in the US, Canada, and Puerto Rico. If you are outside of that area, or you're like, listen, lady, you're not texting me ever, I don't know you, and that's fine too. Join us in our Discord community by heading over to bit.ly/Discord breakthrough, bit.ly/Discord breakthrough, and join us there to connect with past guests, hosts of the Breakthrough Show Network, and you can support our network and join us every Saturday morning for Soul Saturday Morning Coffee. Because if Monday through Friday it's not enough for you, then here we are. You can join me on Saturday too. Also, I want to remind you that you are welcome to pop in this segment by heading to projectjoypodcast.com and click the join live button to join us live on air. I know we have a friend hanging out in the back that we're going to talk to in just a moment, but you can head over projectjoypodcast.com. You'll see a join live button there. And I also put it in the comments for you guys as well, which I neglected to do last time. But I'm juggling a lot here, people. Juggling a lot. So let's say good morning to our official first guest of 2022, your friend, my friend, and longtime friend of the Breakthrough Show. Please welcome back Miss CK Ford.
Good morning, Jessica. Good morning, Project Joy Podcast. Happy
Good
Tuesday.
Morning. Happy Tuesday. I know it's the first time we've ever said that here.
Absolutely. So, what's bringing me joy this morning is that we can see your bright, lovely face and hear all of the inspiration and positivity that you bring forth 5 days a week. How awesome is that? 2022 is
Yes.
starting off to a bang.
It is, and I'm trying not to get in my head about it, because it's interesting. When I shared with people that we were changing from just Mondays to Monday through Friday, so many people came back and were like, "Oh, that I could never do it. Like, that's a lot." And even though I know that they're just talking about their own situation, that's a like a heaviness, you know what I mean? And so I'm like, this little voice in the back of my head is going, what if there's a morning you don't want to get up? So I'm trying not to say that to myself, Miss Ford.
Well, each morning that you will get up because you have, your beautiful family,
Yeah.
and even if you don't want to get up, Leah and Jaslyn are gonna like, "Hey, mom, where's the pancakes?" So,
Amen. That's it. That's it. And Miss Brittany saying good morning to you this
good
morning.
morning, Brittany. How are you? I'm sure that the nail business is just taking off with a boom on 2022. So,
Yes.
if it's not already, then it certainly will be with the beautiful holiday cheer that you brought to Ms. Divine DNA Jackson and Ms. Jessica Dugas. So, hey, everybody need to march on over to Nails by Brittany. So she'll be
That's
able to
right.
hook you up for 2022.
That's right. You need some I feel like everybody needs sparkling nails, including Mr. Jackson, to go with those lashes, Mr. Jackson. So what is bringing you two things. One is what is bringing you joy today, and two, do you have a big vision for yourself for 2022?
Well, what's bringing me joy today is the fact that my family is happy, whole, and healthy. I did not lose anyone in the year of 2021. That's not me being insensitive to those that may have lost people, but what I feel is bringing me joy, and that could be a point of inspiration for others, is that if things did not happen the way that you wanted them to in 2021, then this is the time for a brand new start. You don't always have to know how all the details of how everything is going to play out, but start from where you are with what you have and move forward in that. Because as we abide in gratitude, focus on the things we have to be grateful for, then in our gratitude will bring the peace. And our peace, that is a touch point of joy.
Yes, I love that. And I tend to be one that's always like, I thrive on new beginnings. That's why I love mornings, I love Mondays, I love birthdays, New Year's, anything that can signify a new beginning. But the truth is that at any time we can create a new beginning for ourselves. We can 5 minutes from now, we can create a new beginning for ourselves. We just have to choose. And so I loved the post that you made on Facebook yesterday. It was such perfect timing for me. If you guys have not yet connected with Miss Ford online, go find her, because she always posts the most amazing thing. Oh, and get her books while you're at it. Go to Amazon.com and look for CK Ford, and she has like 856 books. She's popping out books like I pop out kids over here. So go get your books. But listen, I was actually, one of the things that I want to tell you is that it was a message for everybody. It was amazing. And I'm so glad you didn't put it out on New Year's, because I think that people are so caught up with this has to be the day. This is the day that I figure it all out. This is the day that I make my goals and make it happen. And this was like, 3 days in. And it was this just reminding us it doesn't have to be on the day. Like, you can restart and create this life for yourself at any time. Do you consider yourself, Miss Ford, a creative person?
Absolutely. I do consider myself as a creative person. I have always been a creative person. But when you get to I feel that when people get to the place that they only create because there's a demand for what it is that they do, it's so easy to get lost in the shuffle. If you are a creative being, create what's out of your soul. And when you do that, then, and if it resonates with you, it doesn't necessarily matter how many other people are on board, or you don't have to seek applause or approval or the opinion polls from others. Because when you are creating out of a space of spirit, you do what it is that you have been assigned to do and leave the numbers up to spirit of who connects with you, because you're not going to be everyone's cup of tea. Everyone is not going to resonate with you. But as long as you find peace within yourself and who you are, and knowing that you are showing up in the world, doing what it is that you were divinely and intuitively created to do, you are leaving your lasting mark upon the world. Because even though other people, you may not necessarily see applause in the background or see reactions on social media, everyone is not necessarily an outwardly expressive person. So you don't know what you're doing, how it reaches others. You can reach someone that you may not even necessarily know, because the whole world is a stage. Someone is watching, whether you realize it or not. So I find that when you give the best of who you are each day in your life, whether it is out in the general public or just to your family, be the best person that you can be and create out of that space. Everyone may not be an entertainer, but if you are creative in your home and you have found something like, wow, I have found a way to do something new, that's creation. So don't minimize what it is you do and who you are, or don't allow yourself to get lost in the shuffle by comparison to other people or what it is they have going on.
Right. I agree 100%. And everybody, listen, everybody's out here in the audience clapping. Mr. Jackson coming with these thumbs up. Sir, pick another emoji. Pick another emoji, Mr. Jackson. We don't do that here. I know he's cheering you on though too. So I have to show you this video I found really quick, because I consider myself to be a creative person. And listen, we always talk about, anybody can make it, because there are people doing and selling crazy things in the world, and they get bought, like things that you and I would sit here and go, who in God's name would buy that? But it's happening. And I saw this TikTok, and I felt so not creative, because I don't look at food and think, what can I do with it? But I have to show this to you really quick, because this made me laugh. It made me laugh because I realized maybe I'm not as creative as I thought I was. So let me pull. Okay, here we go. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right. Okay, we're gonna look at the. We've got gummy bears.
Wow.
Fruit roll. More gummy bears. And we have a dress. I I can listen. I don't look. No, there is at no point I would have sit down to eat some gummies with my kids and thought, let's make a dress.
Neither would I.
Not
Neither would
not
I.
one thing. But it speaks to what you were saying though too, of like everybody has their thing, their one, their thing that they're good at, that they focus on. But I saw, and I'm just laughing because I'm sitting here going, what am I watching right now? And 'cause my brain just would not have wrapped around that at all. So listen, and it's still playing in the background. Ruby, what's her name? Ruby Perman, congratulations. That was amazing. So I just it made me laugh. All of those things. But so do you have anything big planned for, like anything that you can I don't know, tease for us this morning? Can you share any big things you might have coming up this year?
Well, what I have coming up is just creatively each day becoming a better person than I was last year. It doesn't necessarily mean that I was a bad person last year, but everyone has space for improvement. And as long as you can see where it is that you can be better or you can do better, then by all means do so, not for anyone else, but for yourself. And one thing that I do, a few things I do have coming up this year, I am releasing at least two, perhaps three more books. So that
Yes.
is an awesome thing. Currently, right now, I am working on writing 120-day devotional. So there
Very
is,
nice.
there are there's definitely something for everyone. I may not be everyone's cup of tea, but it's okay. I am becoming and being and creating the best me that I can possibly be. And I feel that in when the previous question, what you asked about creativity, creativity doesn't necessarily have to be something that you just do. It's who you are, how we are creating our lives each and every day on an individual basis.
Yeah.
And so when you are actively creating your life, making the decisions each day of how it is that you will show up and what you will do, everyone is not even in the same place of showing up. There are some people that are struggling out there with some real shit. I mean, health issues in the whole 9 yards. So even if the only thing you can do each day is muster up the energy to get in the shower and get dressed due to chronic illness or whatever that may be, and look your if even if you live alone, look yourself in the mirror and smile at yourself and say, hey, I'm proud of you, even if no
Mm,
one else is telling you that they are proud of you. Learn how to celebrate yourself and what it is that you are creating and how it is that you are presenting to be the
mm.
best possible you that you can be. I know that living our best life has been a catchphrase for the past couple years, and living your best life and living my best life may be
Right.
two totally completely different things. And I want to offer a word of encouragement to those that are scrolling through the news feeds of others in social media and say, wow, they really have an awesome life. Do not let what is before your eyes always dictate what your truth is and how it is that you should be. Because
Right.
everything that's showing up in social media is not a whole depiction of the truth of what they're going through.
Right.
They may just simply be presenting a snapshot of their day, or they could have had a shitty month, but one good day, and they could be
Mm.
presenting that and putting your best foot forward. It doesn't mean that they are lying. Perhaps they are putting posts up
Yes.
of themselves to inspire them and say, if I had this one good day, then perhaps this one good day could turn into one good week, and one good week can turn into a month. So it could be a motivational factor, such as a vision board, because we
Yeah.
all have vision, but it's not the vision you see outside of yourself. It is the vision that you see within yourself. And what it is that you see within yourself, it is incumbent upon us all to bring to life what it is that we see for ourselves, to bring about the best of what it is that we are seeing outside of ourselves. And
Mm.
how we see ourselves within is usually um, how we see ourselves within, and if you focus and meditate upon that, you will create outside factors that will reflect back what it is that you see within yourself. So if everyone in your life is negative, we have to examine our internal self-talk and see what are we saying to ourselves and about our life. And as you
Right.
can shift your internal dialogue, because it's not just what you're seeing, it's what you're saying, the conversations you have within yourself, whether they are audible or whether or not they are just subconscious. What are you saying? What are you seeing? What are you focusing upon? Because the things that we give our attention to will grow. The things that we starve will die.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. Well, I'm glad that you brought up the whole thing too of people are not necessarily hiding things either, because one of the things that I think people say, well, if we don't want social media to be fake, then people need to share all the things. Well, not everything is everybody's business, first of all.
Agreed.
And some of us don't share things because we realize that are just like you're talking about. We realize that there are people out there that are going to see what we post, interpret it their own kind of way, and suck us into the negativity about it. Where, like, if I post, if I was to, it goes back to, when I dealt with COVID or midway through last year, I didn't post that on social media. I did not post that I had that. I didn't share any. And there are people now that are still now finding out that I had it and that I'm dealing with long haulers now. And so there are people that just don't know. And because as soon as some people find out, it's like, oh, what can I do for you? What and I realize that they're coming from a place of help, but bring like, I'm so sorry, and I just don't want to be in that. Don't feel sorry for me because I don't feel sorry for
Agreed.
me.
Yes.
And then the whole thing when I shared yesterday on the show about my husband losing his job, there were so many people that messaged after that were like, "Oh my God, I had no idea." And I'm like, "Cuz I'm not going to we're in a good place of trying to figure it
Yes.
out." And I don't want to be sucked into the vortex of negativity. I just not going to do it.
Absolutely.
Right. And so I know that, listen, right as I thought it was so funny, she posted this that she's proud of you, right as you were saying, not everybody's going to say they're proud of you. And I think we need to do that more often. I would love to see more of us pointing out in 2022 when somebody's doing something amazing and saying, hey, I'm proud of you. I'm excited for you. You're doing something amazing, because sometimes we don't know. We're caught up in our own stuff.
Mhm.
But I am so excited to have had you on today, and that it's only fitting that you were my first guest for 2022, the official, not just on the show but on the whole network, the first official of the year. So that's going to go down in history, Miss Ford.
Oh, thank you so much. I had no idea, but I am honored. I just tend to show up where it is that I am led by spirit or intuition or guided by universe, whatever it is you call it. But when I showed up
Yeah.
on yesterday and I was just cheering you on for in the comments, and you said I would love to see your face in this
Yeah.
2022. And so to me, that was a subliminal cue that if she wants to see my face, then the universe is calling me, hey, what do you have to say at the beginning of this year? So
Ask and you shall receive.
yes, so I typed in the comments. I'm like, well, I can pop on tomorrow if you want. You say, well, duh, of course I want. You're coming on. And so that's what I heard in my subconscious. You're bringing your ass on the show this week. So I want to see you. So here I am, and it is such a tremendous opportunity and a blessing, not just for me to be seen, but for me to be able to connect with those that may be looking for um, a way to jumpstart, if even if you don't have a mantra or an affirmation for
Yeah.
2022, it's never, you don't have to start on 1
Right.
January. Each day that you get up in the morning is a brand new start. So start where you are with what you have, work with what you've got, and build from there. So if yesterday wasn't great, or last month wasn't great, or the holidays wasn't great, hey, make each day a holiday, because you can stand up and celebrate you like, this is my new day. Yes, I'm going to rock it. Look yourself
Yes.
in the mirror and say, you know what? You, I am a blessing to the world. Who in the hell am I going? I'm going to light up the stage today, whatever stage is in, even if it's
Yes.
singing, playing music around your house and dancing like you're having a full blown dance party. No one has to be watching, but you are celebrating each and every moment of your life. There's too much
Yes.
negativity in the world. There are too many trolls, as you were mentioning before. So don't
Hmm.
allow anybody to steal your joy.
That's right. And you can come snatch it up right here every
Yes,
Monday through Friday in 2022.
in 2022.
Well, I know we're going to be seeing more of your beautiful face, Miss Ford, and we're of course wishing you all the best for this year. I think it's gonna. I feel really good about it. Like I've mentioned before, I had that vision of Jesus coming in and flipping over all the tables, but we're gonna do it, and
Yes,
it's gonna be amazing. Thank you for being here this morning, Miss Ford. Make sure you guys go check out Miss Ford at ckford.online, and also look for her on Amazon for her 800. She wrote 3 more books while she was on air today. We're really excited about that. So thanks for being here
from your
today,
mouth
Miss
to
Ford.
spirit's ears. So, I receive all of that creative mojo and that energy. That means I got to get cracking on some things.
Yes, yes, absolutely. All right, Miss Ford, thank you for being here today. And we're going to take a quick break. And you're going to go get yourself some nails from Brittany. And we're going to come back with some Double D's Chronicles and finishing out the show. We'll be right back. Thanks, Miss Ford.
Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Bye bye.
Hey, hands looking a little plain there. That's okay though. I got you. Just head over to Nail Beauty by Brittany. Wait, don't tell me you don't know who she is. That's okay, that's fine. It's a good thing that Dot's here. I'm here to tell you. Nail Beauty by Brittany is an upcoming establishment that makes everyone's hands look pretty to boost your confidence throughout your daily basis. You get all these custom nails at a very affordable price. With proper care, these nails can last up to 3 weeks. If you head over to Brittany's social media, you'll see all of the custom nails that she has made thus far at a very affordable price. To receive updates on new nail sets and deals, head over to Miss Brittany's new website at nailbeautybybrittany.com. This company was made by this beautiful young woman here, Miss Brittany. Now y'all go over ahead and get your nails pretty, y'all. I'm showing enough in.
Welcome back to Project Joy Live. I have to keep taking my earpiece off because somehow I've changed some kind of setting here and I'm talking to myself in my ear. And I never did that before. So I don't know what I've done. I've broken it to start out the year. But make sure you guys head over to nailbeautybybrittany.com and don't forget to use the code breakthrough. Get you a discount and get some beautiful nails. Beautiful nail. You guys remember that comedy bit, Beautiful Nail, with Angela Johnson? She is hysterical. She's actually on my dream list to come on the Breakthrough Show, and eventually it will happen. I know it. She's a riot, a whole riot. Get you some nails. Go do that. Nailbeautybybrittany.com. Listen, we have to hit our segment really quick before the time is up. It's time for Double D's Chronicles. Don't forget that names of our clients have been changed in order to protect their innocence. So I have decided that one of my favorite things is actually taking a batch order from deliveries from Walmart. Because a batch order is nothing perishable. It's not groceries or anything like that. These are just little thing. Well, it depends. Sometimes they can be larger orders, but we've just had these little things. And it's a batch of 10 orders, okay, and you go and deliver all of these different things. And the reason why this is my favorite things, because to me, I never place an order unless I have like a bunch of things at one time that I need to order from online, like, and I like really don't want to go to the store. I guess my reasoning for ordering is different. If I forget one thing, I'm running back out because whatever. But anyway, we had an order the other day that we delivered to. So we rented a house when we first moved here before we bought our house. And behind our home were these like huge, there's a Facebook page called Ridiculous Real Estate. They belong in there. Okay. Huge. And I used to tell stories all the time to people about how there was a girl in a bikini that used to ride a little lawnmower all the time. Anyway, so we delivered back there, okay? And I'm sitting here going, they've got to have something like unbelievable. Do you know what they ordered? You ready for it? 2 containers of salt. You know the round Morton salt, like the you see in the gif, the funny gif of the guy saying salty and he's pouring the salt out of the little canister. 2 of those. That's it. And so my joy, I shared yesterday about my joy being like making up stories and stuff about, in my head, because, it's the things that I make up are more funny than probably actually what's happening. Like the other day when somebody ordered 4 Wendy's Frosties in a single burger, I just imagined them like sitting in a circle with their Frosty and cutting the burger into 4 pieces. And then, no. Okay. So I feel like they might be doing a ritual with the salt, like salt around the house. And so I think that they're doing, but it makes it one thing. We had a video game and we had, because when you don't want to go out, you just order one thing. And we had the one thing over the door shoe hanger. I'm going to make a list of things that you don't need to leave your house for. Okay. Anymore. One thing, you just need this one thing you don't need to leave your house. Over the door shoe hanger, a container of salt, a single video game. We had a single bottle of shampoo. Single bottle of shampoo. Okay. So it just makes me laugh. It just makes me laugh so hard. And so that's Double D's Chronicles today, is that I enjoy these batch orders and it makes me laugh when people order one thing. One thing. That's it. I don't have any words for that. And that's all for Double D Chronicles today. So before we leave the show today, I want to expand a little bit on what we were talking about yesterday when I was sharing in our first Double D Chronicles about the joy, these making up these stories in my head, and the joy that these people bring me, and they don't even know it. And that was the part I want to focus on, is that we don't know when we're bringing people joy. We don't know what the effect that we're having on people. And one of the things that I was talking to my husband about last night is that the reason why we don't know is because we don't share it enough. We don't share it enough. So I told him, I said, I really want to be committed in 2022 to sharing the joy. If someone brings me the joy, because I think I get caught up in my head that someone has to understand and receive a spreadsheet as to why they bring me joy and how and all of this stuff. But isn't it enough for us to just say, you bring me joy? Just wanted to say that you bring me joy, instead of getting caught up in our head of what if they don't understand why they bring me joy? Am I going to have to explain? Can't we just say it? And so I told my husband last night, I said, I want to be committed this year to just telling people that they bring me joy, period. And I don't have to explain why. I don't have to get caught up into all this stuff and, that we tell ourselves in our mind. And so I said, my customer that I mentioned yesterday, Adam, again, names have been changed to protect the innocent clients here. If we get an order for him again, he has to know that he brings us joy, because he is our official mascot that he doesn't even know he is. So I'm gonna tell him next time we deliver food to Adam, I'm gonna say, listen, I just want you to know you bring me joy. And that's it. And it doesn't have to be weird, and it doesn't have to be an explanation, but I want to be more committed to telling people that they bring me joy this year. And you know who brings me joy? Let me tell you how many people bring me joy here. Listen, Kevin effing Kylie brings me joy. Okay? Kevin Kylie brings me so much joy. Ghosted brings me joy. That music video right there brings me so much joy. Kevin Kylie. Brittany brings me joy. I love your face. Well, I love more than your face, but I love you. Mr. Jackson and his thumbs up bring me joy. Elaine brings me joy. Who else brings me joy? Miss Ford brings me joy. Who else did I? Chris brings me joy. Judith brings me joy. Every single one of you. Adam brings me joy. Every single one of you, when you come on here and interact in the morning, and I know that you are filling your cup with joy. It's bringing me joy to know that I'm bringing joy is a reciprocal thing. So let's commit. If you are committed with me to telling more people that they bring us joy this year, say, I'm in below. Let's see those comments below. If you are committed this year to telling more people that they bring us joy, we're not going to keep it quiet this year. We're going to shout it from the rooftops. You bring me joy, period. End of story. Let's see those I'm ins rolling in. If you are committed this year to doing that with me, Miss Ford was the first one. Of course she is. Her hand is raised. She's in the front of the class. Apple for the teacher. I'm in. Miss Ford is ready to go. Brittany is in. Miss Finneran is in. I love it. I love it. I am so excited. We're going to do this and we're going to spread the joy this year. We're not just going to keep it to ourselves. Okay. I think about that song that we used to sing in church growing up. I've got that joy, 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 joy down in my heart. I don't want to keep it down in my heart. I don't want to keep it just down in my heart anymore. I want to share it with all the people. And I wish that it wasn't against delivery policy for me to drop a little Project Joy flyer in all the food. Here's your chicken, ma'am. Please watch Project Joy every weekday morning at 7 a.m. Central Time. See you there. I wish I could do that. Mr. Jackson is in, and I'm sure he is. Listen, I know that means Angelique is in as well. And Angelique probably in the background. If I know the Jacksons, Angelique is probably in the background sir, did you say you were in? I know that's what's going on over there. So listen, I'm going to issue you guys a challenge. Miss Ford was the first guest of 2022. I want to see every single one of you that are on here right now. I want to see your face on this show at least one time in 2022. And there's 365 days this year. Okay. There's not that many episodes, but I can't math right now. How many weekdays are there in a year? Somebody else math for me. It's a lot. Okay. It's a lot. See, I was right. And that's why you're laughing. I want to see all your faces on here at some point. So when I share to go over to projectjoypodcast.com and click the join live button, I want to see each of you on with your beautiful face at least once. At least. Change that, Mr. Jackson. At least once. I want to see your face on here. The sun is officially coming up, you guys. That's why I'm getting a shadow on my back here, because the sun is coming through my window, which means it's time for us to go today. But I want to thank all of you guys for being here today, this morning. And I will be back tomorrow for the first ever Wednesday. We're going to have first evers all week this week, guys. I'm so excited. First ever Wednesday episode coming up tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Central Time with more Project Joy. And until tomorrow, not next week, tomorrow, I want to remind you to make joy a priority in your life today and every day. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas, and I'll see you next time. Bye. You've been tuned in to Project Joy Live with Jessica Dugas, your weekday morning talk show, inviting you to start your day with a triple shot of good vibes only on the Breakthrough Show Network. Binge all past episodes of Project Joy at projectjoypodcast.com. Until next time, help us spread the joy by sharing this episode, and we'll see you soon.